A long time ago, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and thick forests, there lived a man named Johnny. Johnny was known across the land as a kind, wise, and thoughtful man. He had a gentle smile, always helped those in need, and rarely spoke ill of anyone. But Johnny carried something unusual, something no one else could see. Each morning before the sun would rise, Johnny would sit by the river with a small leather bag. In it, he kept dozens of tiny scrolls. Every day, he would write down what had happened to him the day before. Whether it was something joyful, like a child's laughter, or something painful, like an insult from a stranger. He wrote it all: joys, regrets, compliments, betrayals, victories, and losses. Every single moment found its place on those scrolls. And once he finished writing, he would roll the scroll tightly and place it into his bag. This became his daily ritual. At first it helped him. Writing things down gave him clarity. It made him feel like nothing was slipping away unnoticed. He believed that by keeping these scrolls close, he would always remember who he was, where he had been, and what he had survived. And maybe one day he could look back and find meaning in all of it. Years passed. Johnny continued collecting scrolls, hundreds of them, and the bag, once small and light, grew bigger and heavier. As the bag grew, Johnny's movements became slower. He no longer ran through fields like he used to. His shoulders slumped from the weight, his back ached. People noticed. "Why don't you leave that bag behind?" a young boy once asked him, watching Johnny struggle up a hill. Johnny chuckled weakly. "This bag is my story, my life. I can't just abandon it." The boy tilted his head, confused. "But if it's making you suffer, why not take just the best ones?" Johnny didn't reply. He kept walking. One evening, after an especially long day, Johnny collapsed near the same river where he once sat as a young man. He looked at the heavy bag beside him and sighed. He was tired, not the kind of tired that sleep could fix, but the kind that settled deep in the soul. That night he had a dream. In the dream, he stood in a vast field, free of burden. The sun was bright, and the air light. All around him were people, laughing and dancing. A small girl came running up to him and asked, "Why are you smiling now?" He looked down. The bag was gone. He replied, "Because I finally let go." When Johnny woke up, the sky was beginning to turn gold with the first light of dawn. For the first time in years, he didn't reach for his bag. Instead, he just sat there, watching the water ripple gently over the rocks. He thought about all the memories he had carried, some beautiful, some painful, but all of them were in the past. He took the bag in his hands, held it close to his heart one last time, and whispered, "Thank you for what you've taught me." Then slowly, with trembling hands, he began pulling out the scrolls. One by one, he let them drift into the river. The ink bled, the paper softened, and the memories floated away. It took hours. When he finished, Johnny stood up straighter than he had in years. The weight was gone. His back felt light, his feet steady. The villagers watched as he walked through the fields again. Not with sorrow, but with peace. He started living in the present. He began dancing with children, sharing stories without reading from scrolls. He loved again. He laughed. Oh, how he laughed. His eyes sparkled not with the burden of memories, but with the freedom of now. And when people asked him, "Don't you miss your memories?" Johnny would smile and say, "Memories are like clouds. Let them pass. The sky is still yours." The lesson. We all carry our own bag of memories. At first it feels important, like a record of our lives, our triumphs, and our heartbreaks. But if we keep stuffing our hearts and minds with every past joy or pain, we begin to forget how to live. Letting go isn't forgetting. It's freeing yourself to create new memories, to make space for new love, new experiences, new beginnings. So don't be like the traveler who couldn't see the beauty ahead because he was too busy looking behind. Drop the weight, trust the road, and walk into your future with lightness in your step and courage in your heart. Because life isn't meant to be carried, it's meant to be lived.